Welcome once again to Octane Mobile Gaming. Today we're gonna look at the new deck that we have for the event. Plus we're gonna talk just a bit about a few deck combination that you could use within the event. So let's take a look at the new event layout. This is a new event layout. Many of you have seen it before. You've started playing it. But let's just say you haven't got the event deck, but you have got, for example, Temporal Savior. Now Temporal Savior has got the killer skill. However, it's not a card that generates a lot of power gem, so you might want to combine this card with a few cards that will generate a bit more power gems. I've put the Alchemist Looter on board simply because this will give me a bit of heal and it will generate a bit of damage as well. Untamable Twosome will give you quite a bit of power gem. It will actually give you 27 power gems, and combined with the Master Collection card, the Outlaw, from the same deck, you can actually fill the board with power gems. And it's got a 3-turn cooldown as well. The Invocator, this one I added to the combo simply because it increases the enemy's damage taken by up to 30%. So that is really helpful in a situation where you've got a boss that is quite strong. So that's one combination that you could use, and it works quite well. You could use this combination as well. It will work good. However, it hasn't got the affinity bonus and it hasn't got the event bonus. So this deck can work, but it won't work very well as, say, a deck like this one. So if you've got cards within your deck which are light commander cards, you can combine those cards to create a deck that probably will work quite well. So let's get rid of that. So I've collected quite a few cards over the time that I've been playing this game. So I've got quite a number of cards within my collection. You've got main cards, which we call event card. You've got event card like Walker. You've got Star Princess. You've got even cards from the Hellboy deck that can use as well. You've got the main card from this event, Dunkirk, the Drifter. So there's quite a number of cards you can put together to actually play within this event. You could use the deck from last week as well. You will not have the affinity bonus again. You will not have the skill, you will not have the killer skill. However, this deck is quite strong and I believe that it can work really well. When it comes to the Crusade, you can go as high as your deck will allow you to. You can stay at that spot if it's diamond, if it's platinum, whichever level your deck can take you to, and you can perform relatively well at that level. Stay at that level, fight the bosses. Then when it comes to the guild bosses, organize with your guild. You can actually fight in teams of 4 or teams of 5. All 30 people don't have to be online at the same time, because I know some guilds have people from all over the world. So if it's somebody within your region or somebody time which is quite close to your time, you guys can organize. Somebody who's got the full event deck can actually do most of the heavy lifting while you guys just do as much damage as you can to the bosses, and then the person with the deck takes it out. So what we're gonna do first and foremost, I'm gonna look at one of the decks in action, and the one that I'm going to realistically focus on is one that you probably might be able to obtain, which is this one. You might not have Untamable Twosome, you might not have the Invocator, but you can put other cards on the deck that's actually got the ability to spawn power gems, and you should perform relatively well. So I'm going to use one key on this particular boss and see how well we will perform using this particular deck. I'm not going to make the video really long. I haven't been using it really long. I went into the 500 gem vault this morning twice before I actually got the Master Collection card to create the ultimate form. So I haven't waited very long for my deck to actually build up a lot of skill points, so it took out the boss relatively easy. So that's one deck combination that you could use. Let's see if say for example my fire deck could actually take out one of these bosses. So let's try the fire deck. I'll use one key, see how strong this fire deck is. So the lower the boss is, the deck doesn't have to be extremely powerful, but the higher the boss is, you probably have to rely on somebody within the guild that's actually got the event deck to take out those bosses. But you want to help that person as much as possible by doing a bit of damage to the boss. So this one works quite well, as you can see. Let's try another one. Let's try, for example, the deck that we had last week and see if this one, oh well, this one will actually perform. We're going to use one key as well, and we'll see how well this deck actually performs. So far, none of the decks have actually fall short, but mind you, these bosses are not really that strong. As I said, I'm really enjoying this new format. I'm really enjoying this this commander event. I did kind of enjoy the past commander events. I really enjoyed the previous format. I enjoyed it more than how I've been enjoying the Slayer events. So the changes that they've brought in, I would say they're quite interesting. They're quite good. I think they're quite good anyway. And I think they will enable us to actually go further as guilds, because then people within the guilds have to be quite active. And yeah, I think it's actually a good thing, really. Let's try one key with this one. Now this is the event deck. This one uses the Untamable 2-sum to generate most of the power gems. Then I've got 2 copies of the ultra rare, 1 copy of the ultimate form. I'm not using Master Collection card, however I'm using the support card to give me, to basically generate quite a bit of the heal. The ultimate form will generate a bit of heal alongside the 2 ultra rare. They will generate a bit of heal. I've been hit with thorns. Hopefully I don't die. Oh wow, I'm gonna die. Ooh, so I did die. So really need something to get rid of thorns. So what I'll do, I won't use this one. I think I'll use the event card to dispel thorns, because it's really a thorn in my flesh. So the Master Collection card, dispel thorns. So we're gonna go back in with 1 key and we're gonna see what happens. So that was there primarily to generate a bit of heal. It does generate a bit more heal than your ultra rare or your ultimate form, and that's why it was primarily there. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna wait until my intensity gets up a bit higher, as high as I can get it before dying, and see how much damage I can actually do with 1 key using this combination. So you can see they are healing, because every time my health goes down, you can see it comes right back up. It will come up again. Okay, so we're not doing too bad. We're 100 intensity and 80 skill points. Now we're up to 100 skill points. Okay, so I'm doing quite alright when it comes to time. One other thing that you could do, you could activate your Master Collection card. That will generate quite a bit of power gems on the board alongside your relics, and you can do a bit of chip damage. It will generate power gems for 3 turns. The initial turn when you activate your battle skill. And as you can see, that the indicator above the ultimate form and the ultra rare, it's a little leaf and it's got a 6 inside. The 6 inside mean I've got 6 stacks. The 2 outside means that's the duration, and as you can see, every time I attack, the duration goes back to 2. And if you let it elapse, you will lose your alchemies, and you don't want to lose your alchemies. That's not good. Okay, so we're gonna attack now. We've got 240 of each, so we're gonna activate from right to left. Let's see the amount of damage we're able to do. Should be able to do quite a bit of damage really, because we've got a full board of power gems. Okay, so 3, 5, 3, 3, and I think that was 2. So we did 17 trillion damage, plus the 1.1 trillion to take out the boss. And if I use 3 keys, the damage would be much higher. You can use quite an array of decks within this commander event, depending on what you've got. If you've got a very strong deck, use the strongest deck. Use whatever will help you to actually kill the bosses. I find this format quite easy. Easy in the sense that you're at ease. You're not stressed out about, oh, I'm not performing, I need to get the event deck, I need to get this from the event deck, I need to get a second ultra rare, I need to get a third ultra rare. It's not like that. It's less stressful, it's less strenuous than previous commander events. I find it works quite well when it comes to the guild. It brings the guild together. You work well together as a guild. I mean, there's always guild competition. There's always competition to finish as high as possible on the solo leaderboard. That will never go away. But I think this particular format is really, really good, and I'm absolutely loving it. The deck is not too bad. I think the deck is okay. I haven't found the right combination to get a 500% overkill on the boss within the Corellium. That's why I'm up to now. I'm trying to fine tune the deck that I can actually get the 500% overkill on that particular boss. At the moment, I'm up to 300% overkill. Just want to push it a bit more and find the right combination to actually enable me to get the 500% overkill on that particular boss. So the event is quite good. The deck is okay. I would give it, say, 5 out of 10 or 6 out of 10 really. I would give it a 6 out of 10. Yeah, really loving the game, really loving the deck, really loving everything, really loving the fact that you can use so many different combinations. It doesn't have to be a light deck, it can be a fire deck as you've seen, it can be an earth deck, and you can perform relatively well. So it's quite good. Really enjoying it. Hope you're enjoying it as well. Hope they keep the format this way and just fine tune it a bit. At the moment, I can't really see much wrong with it. I can't really see anything wrong with it at the moment. But you know, network, they always change things. But I think this one worked. I think they should keep this format. What do you think? Hope you're enjoying it, as I said. That's all I've got for you today. But as I said, if I find a deck combo that can actually do 500% overkill on the boss in the Corellium, then I'll showcase that combination. But until then, this is Arctane, and like, subscribe, and as always, peace, stay healthy, stay strong, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.